We're going to do a comparison of, these are snap-on 10 millimeter, snap-on 10 millimeter, Craftsman 19 millimeter snap-on, 19 millimeter Craftsman. We're going to do a comparison of a couple different things. We'll start off by weight. Snap-on first. This is the deep. They're both 3/8 inch drive. They're both deep. They're both 6-point. So they're considered the same thing. Basically, they're the same thing. They're both 6-point. They're both 3/8 drive. So we're trying to compare the closest as we can as possible. Here's the 10 millimeter snap-on. And it weighs about 42 grams. That was the snap-on. 42 grams. This is about 54 for the Craftsman. These are grams. Alright. Now, let's do the snap-on. We got 132 grams for the snap-on. We got 114 for the Craftsman. Alright. Let's do some other things. We'll do overall length. The whole length from top to bottom. We're doing that's metric. Let's do metric. Snap-on is 54.05. From top to bottom. It's for the 10 millimeter snap-on. Now we're gonna do $63.40. We'll do $63.50. We can do snap-on 19 millimeter. $66.85. Craftsman. Do 63. $63.37. What I just noticed too is that Craftsman's a little bit off center. Take a couple more measurements. We'll do snap on. Do for good measure. Fourteen point 15. Do 14.9. Oops, that's 4. This section right here. Snap on 19 millimeter. $25 to 0. We'll do wall to wall. Fat wall to wall. Snap on. .8. Craftsman. .3. Snap on 19 millimeter. .9. Craftsman. 3.0. 0. Wall to wall. Wall to wall. What I mean wall to wall is the fattest wall to wall. Snap on 9mm. From right here on the centermost part to the end. $10mm snap on. 1.2. So 19mm snap on. Hold on. Make sure I'm right on that. That's from here, the inner part, to the outer part. Nine millimeter. Wall to wall right here. .71. .34. .45. .771. That's the 3/8 drive flat. We'll do the 3/8 drive corners now. Snap-on 9mm 2.06. .6. .77 snap-on. .15 Craftsman. 'We got snap-on 42 grams compared to the Craftsman 54 grams. Right, we got the snap-on. The length right here is 54 compared to 63. The width on the outside 14.15 millimeters to 14.9 millimeters. 1.8 wall to wall on the inside, 2.30 wall to wall for the Craftsman. A little bit fatter right here for the Craftsman. 1.20 for the corners. So for a little bit thinner, a little bit fatter. The 3/8 drive, the flat right here, a little bit fatter right here for the snap-on, a little bit shorter for the Craftsman. For the corners right here, 2.06, a little bit fatter for the snap-on, a little bit shorter for the Craftsman. This one weighs, snap-on weighs 132 grams. This weighs, the Craftsman, 114 grams. The length of them right here, from here to here, 66.85 for the snap-on, 63.37 for the Craftsman. This one's a little bit longer. Right here, width to width, we got 25.20 for the snap-on, 25.34, a little bit wider on the Craftsman. We got wall to wall right here on the fat side, 2.9, a little bit thinner for the snap-on, a little bit wider for the Craftsman. We got wall to wall, the close corners right here. We got 1.5, a little bit closer for the snap-on, a little bit wider for the Craftsman. We got on the flat side right here, 7.45, a little bit shorter for the snap-on, from side to side, a little bit longer for the Craftsman. 5.77 for the close corners right here at the edges. For the snap-on, a little bit closer, a little bit wider for the Craftsman. So it is what it is. We'll take a quick look. You notice something on the snap-on is up here the ledge is a little bit more shallow. Well, a lot more shallow. Anyways, of course the snap-on's better, dude. The snap-on's better. Another thing you notice is the snap-on, it gradually gets longer. When these Craftsmans all stay the same length. And, of course, the snap-on's better. The snap-on wins, hands down. It's way better. It takes into consideration a lot better quality. But as far as the steel goes, I believe the steel probably is the same quality. But I'm not talking about the steel. I'm talking about like the amount of effort going into designing this thing, and the amount of effort that goes into making the thing. It costs more to produce, but you got to realize I paid about $1 for that socket, and this socket's at least $20. So that's this socket right here costs 20 times the price of that. That's a better socket, but it costs 20 times the price. I don't know. And there's in-betweens too, though. Like this one right here. This is a 9mm. This is a made in Taiwan. A little bit shorter than the Craftsman. But you see, it's a little bit thinner where it needs to be thinner. Kind of like the snap-on. And that also is a really cheap socket. I'm going to tell you the truth. But, so there you go. Snap-on wins, hands down, of course. But it's 20 times the price. So, go figure. Comment, rate, subscribe.